Hey there folks, what's going on? How are you all doing? Today I am doing 3 videos for you and 3 individual reviews, all brand new fragrances for me. I never reviewed this before. Third episode, I'm gonna do a niche perfume. I believe it's from House of Ambassador, and I think Gisada or something. Yeah, Gisada. I haven't seen any other reviews on it, and this is the bottle. This perfume I'm gonna review. Okay, so I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Gisada, Switzerland is the house name, and then Ambassador is the perfume. Oh, sorry, my bad. So I was actually testing this fragrance out, and it's a big thanks to one of my dear brothers, Salman bhai. Bhai means brother in Bangladesh, India and Pakistan subcontinent, and even Nepal people call bhai. So he has a tester unit of it, and he passed me this perfume for me to test like 3-4 days back. I've been testing it, and I actually want to tell you, like, I got what I needed to know, and I'll let you know if this fragrance is hype worthy. He said there's a lot of hype in Bangladesh, especially like sellers are selling this like hot cake. People are buying this as hotter cakes. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so this is the bottle. I don't have the box. I would have shown you. This reminds me a little bit of this kind of house, like Durga, DS and Durga's bottle design, but this is a bit wider. So this perfume has excellent, I would say bottle design is very beautiful and has excellent detailing everywhere. Base looks like that. Man, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so if you hear some, my phone is on charge. If you hear some sound, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so the thing is, this one I believe is a magnetic cap. Okay, and it holds quite well. It feels like Bloody Chanel a little bit, but it's okay. And then inside, it looks like kind of like Dior kind of atomizer, and the cap, I think it looks really nice, great. Okay, so I have it on the paper, and I'll tell you something funny. Not really funny. I mean, this is my discovery while I was using it or testing it. Let's go one more spray. Really good sprayer. Nice little atomizer. So this one, the presentation, the price point, he said the tester cost him around $100. So it's not super cheap. It's not super expensive for a niche. It's reasonably priced. And he said this one, he doesn't know what this is a clone of. He doesn't have anything similar. Or he said it just lasts a very long time. And he said he heard that this smells similar to Dior Sauvage, right? So I was like very interested, but I did not spray it that night. The next day I tried nighttime and let the cell down a little bit. I'll tell you my story. I did not look at nose breakdown, Fragrantica. Usually I do, but I was feeling lazy. I'm like, let me see if I can think of something, like if this is similar to something. And then I sprayed on my arm, like right here. And usually like, I usually test my fragrances here. This is more like my spot for like, atomizer or testing. So when I tested it, from far, like when I was walking and stuff, trying to make some tea or something, I was like, very fruity, right? From the, like first spray, it smells very fruity. And I was like, does this smell like Herba Pura? Like, I'm like Sergio of Herba Pura or Sospiro Herba Pura, the older one was Sospiro. And I was like, a niche company cloning other niche company, is it possible? Or they made this before Sospiro? I was like, I didn't know. But, from far, right from the word go, it smells like Herba Pura, okay? And Sergio of Herba Pura is one of my favorite perfumes, like not as favorite as it used to be back then, because like 2 years back or 3 years back, I used to be very, very crazy about it. I really wanted it bad. Something really terrible happened, like some bitter experience with one shop and one particular individual who stole my bottle. And then since then, I never could score a bottle. It's kind of like a bad taboo or something like that. So I sort of like got, before I go to this, I'm just telling you the story. This is where this is interesting. So I got like Latafas. This is called Ana Abiyad Rouge, but I have the Ana Abiyad. I have the whole line. Like I think there's another one, the spicy one, saffron or something like that, or leather. That one, the Ana Abiyad, that one is the clone of Herba Pura. Then I did review something that's from Mansera. Few other houses, they do have excellent clone of Herba Pura, and it's a very common DNA. It's a very simple, sweet, elegant, fruity. You get like pineapple, a lot of fruits. Like I get banana. I don't know for what reason. I get from Herba Pura also creamy vanilla or something like it, musky. So it's a very obvious tutti fruity, leaning towards more unisex, like more feminine vibe. And slowly in time, I got a little bit tired of that DNA. It's extremely potent. I like Accento a little bit more because Accento is a little bit more transparent and it holds back a little bit. It's not that obvious sweetness. So if you like Nishane Hachivat, it's high likely gonna like Herba Pura. So Herba Pura, with time people's taste, develops or changes. I actually would not get Herba Pura right now because that DNA is very nice, very long lasting. If I can get a good price, maybe I should buy it, but then nowadays my taste is a little bit more for bit more uniqueness, you know. So when it comes to this, from far it smells like Herba Pura, and I was like happy about it. But when I smell from close, okay, no, at first when I smell from far, when I smell Herba Pura in this, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. Then I smell it from close, it was giving me something else, and I started smelling like blackcurrant, something like that, blackcurrant, and it's a lot of fruits in there, and there's a definite pineapple vibe, and pear, like there's nice little fruit dosage of fruits in this. It's very fruity, very nice, citrus, bergamot. So the citrus fruitiness is very up close, is very beautiful, you know. It's like power pack punch, like it reminds me a little bit of Byredo Balde Afrique, you know, like those fruity vibes. But this definitely is a little bit different on the dry down, okay. It's not exactly like Herba Pura. So if you think like, oh, I have Herba Pura, I don't need this, perhaps yes. But if you don't have Herba Pura and you think this is the same with that, no, okay. This is, to my nose, doesn't smell like Dior Sauvage, but it has, to my nose, freshness. A little bit reminds me of Dylan Blue for some reason. It doesn't smell like Dylan Blue, but feels like Dylan Blue on the dry down. So imagine fruitiness, a lot of fruitiness, lot of citrus with that vibes of Dylan Blue-ish, freshness, you know, fresh, fruity, sweet, more sweet than fresh kind of vibe. And it's if you ask me if it's upper class juice, it feels like a nice little upper class designer juice, you know. I like it a lot. It's a nice little, maybe there's a unique peppercorn, pink peppercorn, something there, which makes it a little bit interesting on the dry down. So the midlife, this is very nice, and it's not super creamy or super gooey, vanillic, like that talcum powder sort of vibe. I don't get it from this, which makes it more desirable. I actually would prefer this over Herba Pura. It's hard to believe I'm saying that, but this fragrance smells different from up close and from far, okay. This is a bit magical for me, you know. On my skin, I'm like, oh, that's like Herba Pura. When I do this, I'm like, oh, that smells a little bit different. So you have to like give it a try. But fair warning that this is not totally unique fragrance. You know, if you're buying this like a total new smell, you're not going to get it from it. It's a lot of fragrance it reminds me of, right? But it's a nice perfume. There's a nice little, again, I'm getting like tropical fruits like guavas, you know. I'm definitely getting that blackcurrant or something like those beautiful sweetness from that juice. So basically it's a fragrance that can be used by women as well. I think it's unisex perfume for me, but it's a nice little perfume. I like the name. It looks like a chocolate company making, like from Switzerland, they're making like perfumes, okay. So I would not be surprised if they have a chocolate that smells like this and tastes like it, right? Very tasty, sweet, fruity fragrance, very long lasting. So I would say if you can score a tester under $100, I think this would be a great buy. Thank you so much, Salman bhai. I would say this is good for a dating purpose, summer, spring, even the early days of winter, you can wear it. Very nice, fruity, fresh, playful perfume, very, very high class, very nice, nothing synthetic, nothing alcoholic about it. That the quality is very, very good. So overall, this fragrance, I'll give it 8.5 out of 10. If this fragrance you can score, let's say $65, like I know that's gonna be a bit too much, but like it's too much ask. It shouldn't be that cheap. But if you can score this, let's say under $80, this would get more like a 9 out of 10, right? Because the price point, at this price point, you can get Manceras for 120 ml. I'm just talking about alternatives, you know. You can get Ana Abiyad, but Ana Abiyad is going to be much cheaper, but quality will be really bad. Like that Lataf Ana Abiyad Rouge, for some reason when I sprayed on my neck, it burns. This fragrance didn't do it for me. So the quality ingredients in there. So you have to understand what you're going to pay for, right? So overall, 8.5 out of 10. Thank you so much, Salman bhai, for your bottle loan. I'll go upload this. Hopefully you'll enjoy and try out this fragrance. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.